Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're pulling back the curtain on a role that quietly shapes our online world, often without us even realizing it. The modern marketer.
Mm,
It's a field brimming with strategy, creativity, and constant adaptation, and we're about to explore the precise rhythm of their day.
that's right. For this deep dive, we're drawing insights from Un día en la vida de un marketer, maximizando impacto, impulsando crecimiento.
Okay.
We're going to unpack how these professionals navigate their daily landscape,
Mm-hmm.
from deciphering data to crafting compelling messages
Right.
and then measuring the real-world impact. You'll see how they blend strategy, creativity, analysis, and communication into a truly dynamic force.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Our source highlights that a modern marketer isn't just one thing. They're a strategist, a creative, an analyst, and a communicator all at once.
Yeah.
But how does this blend actually work on the ground? Is it about them just wearing many hats, or is there like a synergistic power when these skills combine to drive business visibility and growth?
Oh, it's absolutely about synergy. Think of them as the orchestrators of a brand's presence.
Orchestrators.
Yeah, they're not just executing tasks, they're constantly adapting to market shifts and consumer behavior using each of those facets.
Mm-hmm.
The strategist maps the vision, the analyst provides the data to validate or pivot, the creative crafts the engaging message,
Right.
and the communicator ensures it reaches the right audience. It's the seamless integration of these skills that truly bridges the gap between understanding an audience and achieving, tangible business outcomes.
So, with all those roles in play, what are the core objectives then? What guides a marketer's day? What are they fundamentally trying to achieve when they walk into the office, metaphorically or literally?
Well, their daily objectives typically revolve around a few critical pillars.
Okay.
They're optimizing campaign performance,
Yeah.
making sure current strategies deliver the best possible results.
Right, tweaking things.
Exactly. They're generating valuable content that genuinely resonates with the audience,
Yeah.
driving interaction and engagement to foster an active community.
Building that connection.
Yes. And crucially, they're analyzing data to adapt strategies and make informed, agile decisions.
Mm.
A big part of this also involves deep collaboration with other teams,
Right.
like sales, product, customer service, to ensure perfect alignment across the business.
What's fascinating here is how these broad objectives translate into concrete, immeasurable daily goals. So when we talk about optimizing campaign performance, that sounds pretty big picture.
Yeah.
But how granular do these objectives get on a daily basis? Can you give us a concrete example of what marketer is actually trying to move or achieve on any given Tuesday?
Absolutely. These are not abstract ideas. They're very tangible targets.
Okay.
So on any given day, a marketer might aim to increase web traffic by a specific percentage, say through organic or paid content,
Right.
or boost the conversion rate of a key landing page by maybe 0.5%.
Wow, that's specific.
Oh, yeah. They could be targeting a certain number of social media interactions or launching a new email marketing campaign with an above-average open rate. And on the analytical side, maybe identifying at least one new high-performance keyword for SEO. These are the specific metrics they're hitting or trying to hit every single day.
Now let's really pull back the curtain and see what this looks like hour by hour. Our source breaks down a typical day. So what does the morning look like for a marketer, say from 8:00 to 12:00 p.m.?
A marketer's day kicks off with a forensic dive into the numbers.
Okay, straight into the data.
Straight in. The first hour is dedicated to reviewing marketing dashboards, tools like Google Analytics, social media platforms, CRM systems.
CRM, right, customer relationship management.
Exactly, where all the customer data lives, essentially. And marketing automation tools. They're analyzing key metrics. Web traffic patterns, conversion rates, social media engagement spikes, email campaign performance, and the return on investment, ROI.
ROI, always important.
Crucial, which is basically the profit generated from their marketing spend. This early analysis is critical for identifying what truly worked well the previous day, and, maybe more importantly, what needs immediate optimization.
So the data has spoken. They know what's working, what's not. With that intel, where does a marketer's focus shift next in the morning? Is it straight into action, or is there more planning involved?
Well, with that data in hand, the energy kind of shifts to strategic planning.
Okay.
This involves ideation for upcoming product launches, creating detailed editorial calendars for blogs and social media, or maybe defining the key messages for webinars or new campaigns.
So the creative side starts coming in.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
where creativity truly meets the business vision. And this phase very often includes essential interdepartmental meetings.
Right, the collaboration you mentioned.
Yeah, aligning with the sales team on lead generation strategies maybe, or chatting with the product team to understand upcoming features and how best to position them in the market. This cross-functional collaboration is absolutely fundamental for a cohesive strategy.
So the morning has been all about diagnosis and blueprints. They've pored over the data, they've strategized. Now, after lunch, is this where they actually build what they've planned? What does the afternoon look like, say from 1:00 p.m. to 5:30 p.m.? Does the pace change?
The afternoon is precisely where the rubber meets the road. Execution and optimization. The pace definitely picks up.
Right.
This includes creating content writing, compelling blog articles, designing eye-catching infographics, editing short videos for social, crafting precise copy for digital ads.
Lots of different types of
A
content.
huge variety. And each piece is designed to be attractive and hopefully resonate deeply with the target audience. They also manage campaigns directly.
How so?
Well, setting up and launching email marketing sequences, scheduling social media posts, and critically adjusting their bids.
Ah, the ad spending part?
Yeah, how much they're willing to pay for an ad click and segmentations targeting specific audience groups on platforms like Google Ads or Facebook Ads is very hands-on.
That's a lot of creative and technical work right there. What else fills up those afternoon hours? It sounds packed already.
It is. A significant chunk of time is often dedicated to SEO and SIM optimization.
Search engines.
Exactly. Search engine optimization, search engine marketing, making sure the brand is visible when people search online.
Yeah.
So they'll conduct keyword research, optimize existing content to rank higher, and continuously monitor paid search campaign performance for maximum visibility. And another critical part is that dynamic community interaction we talked about. Responding to comments, direct messages, actively participating in online conversations to build and nurture the brand's community.
So engaging directly.
Very directly. And this also helps identify invaluable customer insights just from listening. What's crucial here is iteration. Marketers are constantly monitoring performance and making real-time adjustments, sometimes hourly, to improve results.
So as the day winds down, say between 5:30 and 6:00 p.m., after all that intense work, what's the final focus? Are they just packing up, or is there a final push?
It's definitely a final push, but it's more of a reflective one.
Okay.
The day usually concludes with a thorough review of completed tasks and meticulous planning for the next day, organizing priorities, reviewing deadlines, making sure everything is queued up for a fresh, efficient start.
Getting ready for tomorrow's data dive.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And it's also often a dedicated time for continuous learning,
Oh, how so?
whether that's reading the latest industry articles, maybe attending a quick webinar, or exploring new marketing tools and technologies. The digital landscape evolves at lightning speed, you know?
Right.
So staying updated isn't just helpful, it's absolutely crucial for survival, really.
It sounds like a demanding but incredibly rewarding field. You've mentioned this constant cycle of learning, adaptation, execution. What specific blend of skills, then, does a marketer need to navigate this incredibly dynamic day, switching between data and creativity all the time?
It truly demands a unique combination. You need acute data analysis capabilities, obviously, to interpret complex metrics,
The analytical side.
right? But also high-level creativity to conceptualize compelling campaigns. Then there's precision in communication crafting messages that actually cut through the noise.
Yeah.
And all that has to be coupled with a fiercely results-oriented mindset. Every interaction, every campaign, every piece of content has the potential to significantly impact a brand's success.
So it's high stakes.
Very. The ability to truly understand the public, foresee emerging trends, and respond rapidly to market changes. That's what truly distinguishes a successful modern marketer. That agility.
It sounds like they need a very specific kind of agility, yeah. Given all this innovation and variety, what are some of the biggest, most persistent challenges a modern marketer faces today? Can't be all smooth sailing.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah.
You're right, there are significant hurdles. One major challenge is just information oversaturation.
Just too much stuff online.
Exactly. It's incredibly hard to stand out in a noisy world where consumers are just bombarded with messages constantly. You know, the real aha moment here is understanding that a marketer's greatest skill isn't just shouting louder,
Right.
but maybe curating silence. Finding the precise, hyper-relevant message that cuts through because it feels tailor-made for you, the individual.
That's a powerful way to put it. Curating silence. What other challenges weigh on them?
Well, they must constantly keep up with the ever-changing algorithms and platform policies.
Ah, the dreaded algorithm changes.
Yes. From Google, Meta, TikTok,
Yeah.
these can drastically affect visibility and reach,
Yeah.
sometimes literally overnight.
Oof.
Accurately measuring ROI and
Well,
demonstrating the real value of complex marketing strategies to justify investments, that's another constant hurdle.
proving their worth, basically.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah.
And then there's managing expectations, balancing ambitious goals with the realities of available resources and time. Always a balancing act.
And what about from the consumer side? I imagine that's a whole different beast.
It is. On the consumer side, they face the challenge of true personalization at scale,
Yeah.
offering highly relevant experiences to individuals, making you feel seen, even in a crowd of millions, without sacrificing efficiency. It's technically very difficult.
Right, doing that for everyone.
Exactly. And perhaps most importantly, content fatigue.
Ah, people just getting tired of seeing stuff.
Yeah. Marketers must constantly find fresh, novel ways to keep their audience engaged without them just tuning out or tiring of the brand's messages. It's a continuous quest for novelty and relevance.
This raises an important question. How do these complex challenges impact the field as a whole? Do they stifle innovation or do they actually push it forward?
That's a great question. And while they are complex, these challenges are precisely the forces that drive continuous innovation and evolution in marketing.
Really? How so?
They push marketers to be more creative, more analytical, and far more adaptable than ever before. They force them to constantly seek out new tools, new approaches, new ways to genuinely connect with audiences. So in a way, the challenges are the engine of progress.
What an incredible deep dive into the daily life of a marketer. We've really seen how they seamlessly move from, intense data analysis to strategic planning, then to creative content creation, agile campaign management, and that vital community interaction, all while keeping their finger on the pulse of this ever-changing digital world.
Yeah, and if we connect this to the bigger picture, this deep dive has really shown us that behind every engaging ad you see, every helpful piece of content you read, every brand interaction you have online, there's a highly strategic and dynamic professional hard at work. It's, I think, a testament to the power of continuous learning and adaptation in shaping our modern digital landscape.
It certainly is. And consider this. The modern marketer's day perfectly illustrates the increasing demand for both analytical rigor and creative flair in almost any professional field today.
That's a great point.
So how might you apply this unique blend of skills of diving deep into data and then creatively communicating insights to your own work or maybe even your personal interests? It's definitely something to mull over until our next deep dive.